Hello, everyone. I'm Mary, and I'm meeting Patryk Szczygło today, my colleague. I'm leading content and brand at NetGuru. And Patryk, what do you do?
What I do? I'm a tech lead at R&D at NetGuru, so I'm responsible for new technologies, and one of such technologies is AI. So today we will talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's a special webinar dedicated to chatbots. And we're doing this because it's a major topic out there, wherever you look. And also it is so for our clients. Basically, the title of today's episode is Launch AI Your Customers Can Trust. So it is trust that we're going to be focusing on. Basically, the global chatbot market is booming. It's said to reach $11.45 billion this year, almost $11.5 billion this year. And in 5 years, we're talking 32 billion. So just to kind of talk about the whole background here, the landscape. We have these major consumer AI chatbots, all the household names like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Copilot. Then we have dozens of well-established enterprise and business platforms, companies such as, like Amazon Lex, Intercom, BotPress, Core AI. You can name a couple of dozens, I bet, yourself. And then we have custom development companies such as us. So this would be the backdrop of our today's conversation. Patryk, if you could just, in a nutshell, describe why companies, why businesses are adopting chatbots and investing so heavily in chatbots.
Yes, so you can imagine probably all of the business wants to have their own chatbot. And mostly because in online environment, you don't have like an assistant employee that will guide your client. And with chatbot, you can do that. So chatbot is taking care of the customer and helping him on the way, to buy new stuff or to learn new things or, to navigate around your site or your services. So and probably everybody wants that.
Yeah, so what kind of businesses do come to us asking for the service?
Yeah, you can imagine probably the healthcare when you need, or edutech when you need to, get some, some of the courses, some of your content, and let chatbot teach your, students, pupils. The other way is around the e-commerce, because you have a lot of different products and you want your customers to be aware of, new features, new colors, new sizes of your, shoes, t-shirts, or other stuff. So there is a lot of things. You can imagine logistic companies like the big ones that want to see the tracking of your order. So you can simply ask chatbot, hey, where is my package? And you get the information from the chatbot instead of, trying to find the form, filling it up, or, calling the customer support and trying to talk with people. So it's a quicker way, I would say, to consume new knowledge, new information, and receive information.
Would you say it's fair to say that chatbots are basically all about easier and more natural access to information of any kind?
Yes, I would say so, because you use your language, so you can use English, Polish, German, or anything. So it's just typing the words and you get all the information you need. So it's easier and it's more like designed for anyone, because with traditional UX design, UI design, you have some forms, and pretty much every website has some kind of different standard, different approach to use that. So with chatbots, you have unified interface. You know what to expect from the chatbot from the start.
That's important. That's an important point. So, so let's talk these customers that come to NetGuru. We've developed plenty of chatbots already, and what are the people that come to us complain about the most when it comes to what's available in the market?
Yes, so on the market, you have two different approaches, basically. So you have software as a service that are existing. You can use them, you can easily upload your documents and you get answer. It's quite easy to integrate, but there is no room for customization. There is no room for improvement, like for hallucinations with the chatbots, making sure the answer are tailored to your needs. And there is the other way, like fully custom. And with fully custom software, it's also different because you, how to say that, you need to spend a lot of time to develop the whole solution that is tailored, but time to market is really, really long. And right now, with this AI revolution, let's say, everything seems to be much quicker.
Can you be more specific when it comes to, of course, it all depends on the actual use case, but say I need a simple customer support chatbot for, I'm a producer of pipes of a certain kind, and I want a customer support chatbot that is going to help my customers get the information they need and navigate the page. And I want to produce it custom. How long would that take?
With the custom, it can take sometimes forever, I would say, because, there is all of the features. But instead of doing like custom development or going with SaaS, you have like this third way with our ChatGuru. So basically we prepared like all of the backbones, so we can easily cut 3 months from the start, because we don't need new engine for chatbot, new front end or anything. We can reuse that and we just connect to your data. So you have probably catalogs for your pipes. So we can set up ChatGuru on your infrastructure really quickly. Then we just connect your data depending on your needs, because it might be PDFs, it might be images, it might be pure text. So we adjust that. It's called ETL process. So we extract, transform, and load the data to our pipeline, and then ChatGuru can use that. And with that, as we have all of the backbones, and it's kind of the fast way, we already can talk with the chatbot, and now it's time for customization. So we can adjust the prompts, we can adjust the answers, make chatbot focus more on specific topics, or to tailor the answers right to the needs of your user, because you know probably your customers, so you know what they might ask. And with all of that, we can set up like, all of these observability layers, so you can track what happens in ChatGuru. So what people are asking for, what are the answers, how well they are, developed answer.
I'm wondering, so let me just recap, okay? Because you leaped right through it. You leaped right through it. So basically, we're talking software as a service,
Yes.
And there's pros and cons. We're talking full customization, pros and cons. And people don't realize that there's actually a third option. And this third option would sit exactly in between the two.
Exactly, because it's kind of pre-made, but you need development team to customize it. So it's much faster, because you get all of this time to market, like from software as a service, but you are not missing all of these customizations options. Because it's tailored made for you.
So let's try and describe it here for our audience. What is this chatbot solution that you're mentioning that is neither one nor the other? What is it exactly? If you could describe it, like define it in a one-liner, what would that be?
Yes, so ChatGuru is our open source chatbot. It's kind of white label that we can adjust to your brand, to your needs, connect to your data, and host on your infrastructure. And as it's white label, it's pre-made with all of these engine features, like all of this backbone, and we just need to tailor it a little bit. So we get time to market and we get customization option.
How would you say, what are the actual time gains? Of course, again, depending on the actual use case, but would you say that a solution like that cuts development time in, like, I don't know, 20%, 30%, 50%? I have no clue here.
Yeah. So I would bet, like, if we get, I don't know, text data and we need to develop it, we can do it like 1-2 weeks to, show something to our clients. So it's really quickly. And instead of, spending a month for like setting up the engine, the rack system, ETL pipelines and so on, we just focus on ETL pipeline that can take like 1-2 weeks, depending on client data. We connected that, and ChatGuru should work out of the box.
So this solution,
up, I would say,
this solution can be applied by what kind of companies or for what kind of purposes?
I mean, for everybody that needs a chatbot, to be honest, because you need something custom. You have more complicated data, maybe, or you want to use your own data that are not existing yet on the market. So let's think about, I don't know, at first, medical company. They have a lot of internal data they don't want to publish to the internet. They have like paywall and everything, so ChatGuru will be hidden still from the internet. They want to host it on their own infrastructure, so we'll use, I don't know, let's say Azure or something like that. So everything is kind of in private environment. Software as a service cannot be used that, I would say. And with custom development, it will take a long time to adjust everything. And with our ChatGuru, we can set up really quickly the engine, connect the data, and we can start right away in kind of private environment, separated, secured environment. On the other hand, you want to, go fast. For example, with this example that you showed, set.
The pipe producer.
Yeah, the pipe producer. So you have really, I would say, custom data because you have information about the pipes. All of the pipes are probably similar and they differ a little bit in sizes or in materials or in something. So with classical RAG, with classical chatbot, I would say it's easy to, mistake one pipe to another. It's hard for AI to compare because a lot of words is similar. So we can customize it, and we can use, for example, a graph database, for example, in ChatGuru to quickly create like a map, a tree with different types, with different sizes, with different materials, and so on. So the AI won't make any mistakes, because with classical approach, we just look for similarities, and all of the pipes are similar in a way. So we can easily customize that. So we get all of the benefits of custom development, and with time to market, it's not so bad because with software as a service, theoretically you can get it with a few clicks. We just need to prepare, the database, and we can go right away to the market.
Would you say it's a good fit for any kind of commerce?
Yes, I would say that. The huge benefit is like we can connect to any database, any system that provides the data. So I think it's a huge benefit, because in some cases you need to export data to some special format. You need to somehow format that or anything. And here we can customize to the data rather the data to our case. So we do not impact like the data cycle in your company. We are just like on top of that.
We started off with trust, and right now we're circling around data. So basically, I would like to stop on this for a second. You said it a couple of times, RAG, RAG, RAG. Well, those who don't know what RAG is might be wondering what the hell you're talking about. So please tell me why a solution such as ChatGuru builds trust, ensures security and relevance of the outcomes.
Sure. So RAG system is basically retrieval system, and by retrieval I mean getting the data we need. So when we ask some question to the chatbot, we need to find some data in database probably, and based on this, AI prepares the answer. And in most cases, it works only on similarity. So it searches for similar text that you asked for. So if you ask about pipes, it will search for pipes, but not something specific. But if you try to find, specific pipe, like pipe PE25 for the water, for example, it will try to find something similar to that. But it might also find other pipes that are similar because they are also the same size or something. So sometimes it's really hard to make sure you get the relevance, accuracy really high. So in ChatGuru, we prepared like the whole pipeline, testing pipeline for that. So I would say we have like 3 steps. So the first step is the development itself. So we have a team of AI engineers, AI QAs, and they are preparing the prompts because the prompt is, I would say, the heart of the system. It tells AI what to do. So our AI engineers are writing prompts and QAs are testing. And how to test such a system? So we are using Promptful. Promptful is a library, let's say, a tool for us to make it on scale. So we can prepare hundreds of questions, hundreds of answers that we would like to get. And we can just run one program and see how AI is responding to us. And we can see exact number that, for example, we have high accuracy, low accuracy, because we get, I don't know, let's say we get 90% of accuracy for test cases that we written. And we can fully customize them. We can make sure they have really specific things in the answers. So for example, we want 25 millimeters pipe, so we can specify that in the test and make sure in regression that we always will get that. Or we can use LLM as a judge. So we let AI judge the answer, is it right or not? So it really depends. And this is like our second layer. So the first one are people, the second one is the tool that is running like through the development and is making tests. And the third layer is the observability layer. So we can see what's going on production, what people are really talking about, what are the questions, what are the answers. And this allows us also to get like the feedback for previous steps. So we know how to modify the prompt, the system prompt, the heart of our agent. We know how to modify the tests or what we need to ensure that agent should answer properly. So this is like 3-layer trustability framework, I would call that.
I think it's about time to show our audience what we're talking about. Could you maybe show the chat itself from the user perspective?
Exactly, yes. So let's go with the chat. I will screen share.
You ready?
I'm ready. Okay. So we prepared a little demo with our open source chatbot. So we can ask different questions. The easy one, like what is ChatGuru, what NetGuru does, or even harder questions like how much something costs. And yeah.
So wait a second. So basically, just so the audience understands, this chatbot here, based on ChatGuru, is deployed on a NetGuru website, and it's just to show the capabilities. So basically, users can ask the chat about our services, services and clients, I suppose.
Exactly. So we feed ChatGuru with data about NetGuru, what we are doing from our website. So if you ask about anything that's on our website, on netguru.com, you will get the answer. So it's customized for us, and this is the default interface. So if you would come to us, this is like something you would see probably in the first week of working together with us.
First week already. Okay.
Yeah. So because we already have this prepared, so you get it right away, and we can start working. And then we add the data, adjust everything, and yeah.
So let's say I want to know about the cost of a UX audit, for example. How much does a UX audit cost?
So let's ask it. So how much does a UX audit costs? Let's see that.
So we basically fed the machine with all the information that it needs to answer the question.
Exactly. So right now there is an agent. The agent is using different tools to find relevant pieces of information. So it's not a classical system in how we call it, but there is an agent that thinks and tries to find all of the information on our website, in the databases, and is trying to give you the best answer.
An answer that I can actually trust. I'm bad with reading small letters, but yeah, I can see the pricing depends on scope, team, timeline. So it's hard to put a concrete number on it. Yeah, reach out. Okay, so building on that, let's say I want to know how long does it take to perform one?
So let's ask the question. So here we also get all of these sources information. So we can see it used NetGuru services UX thing to get knowledge about what we do in NetGuru. And the other thing is it used this link to our website, so you can get a tailored proposal. So it also recommends the next step for you.
We can offer and complete a focused UX review that surfaces the most pressing usability issues in about 2 weeks. Fair enough. I could see that it took quite a while to get an answer. Would you say that it's also something that has to do with the fact that we only started talking, or how does that work?
I mean, there are different cases with how long AI is responding. So we try to make it as fast as possible, but it has some trade-offs, because when we focus on performance, we can degrade quality. If we want the highest quality possible, you can imagine it takes time. Everybody probably use Claude or ChatGPT. So if you are increasing this thinking effort, or you're trying deep research, it sometimes takes few minutes to answer. Here we try to make it as fast as possible using, in our opinion, the best approach. So agent decides how many of the sources to pull. So here it pulled only one source, about the UX, because we focused on that. If we start asking more complicated, broader questions, it will try to get more sources, because it needs to be sure it has the right answer. So it doesn't come up with anything. It always tries to refer to something.
I think it would be cool to take a look at the code. We're not going to get into this deeply, because I bet you want to have a separate webinar on the actual architecture, but just a glance of what's at the heart of the solution, maybe. I don't know if you're ready. Let me know.
Yes, sure. So let me jump to our GitHub with Chatguru. So I will screen share right now. So yes, this is GitHub page for our Chatguru. Chatguru is open source, so you can already see what's there. So it's white label, and we build it with Fast API, LangChain, and Azure OpenAI by default. We focused a little bit on agentic commerce integration. So we have the agent that is trying to find different things. It's of course real time. So there is a WebSocket that will stream all of the responses. So you don't need to, you don't have to wait for the whole answer. You just get it on the way. And we always provide the full documentation and API, so you can just clone it and install. We made the setup as easy as possible with the make files, so you can just make setup, prepare your environment and just start the development. So you will get that. And it's really easy to use in your application. If you don't want to go strictly with our whole service or anything, you can just set it up and connect to your application with WebSocket. So it's really easy to do. So Mary, maybe let's see the heart of our AI in the code. What do you think?
The actual agent.
The actual agent, exactly. So here we have our chat guru, and here is the agent class, and this is the main service that is the heart of everything. So it takes like the vector database and document repository that is abstracted, and it tries to create all of these tools like for the documents, for the rack system, and initialize everything. Then it has like few things for searching, and at the end we'll have like the whole, where is it? The whole agentic loop. So it will try to make iterations, create the full response, and stream it to our users. So this is how the code looks like, and everybody can check it out on GitHub, NetGuru Chatguru, and see how it works.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, we're actually approaching the end of the webinar, so I think it will make sense if you just recap the gains that we're talking here. Let's maybe stop sharing so I want to, so I can see you. What are the top gains of going in the direction of this third way, in between SaaS and custom?
So we have fast time to market, and we get all of this, how to call it? We are faster and we can customize everything. So these are the main gains. We have also high trust for the system because as we develop it, we have full testing capabilities. We can adjust everything, make sure it will work in the way we want to make it work. So
what about data? Yeah. Because you didn't really talk data here, like connecting the data.
Yes, and we can connect any data because we create custom ETL pipeline. So any database, any connector, we just feed to our agent any API, REST API, GraphQL API, or we can use directly a bucket with PDFs, images, text files, or we can connect to Postgres database, MongoDB database, anything.
So what's in the bag, in the actual bag? Things that a company can forget about. I mean, I'm imagining we're talking about prompt mechanisms. This is built in. What else you can forget about when you go in this direction?
You forget about most of the development because you get it with the package, and you focus only on data. So what you need to provide to the AI and how it should behave. So we work more on the behavior level rather than focusing on specific feature, streaming responses, creating technical things on the front end, on the back end. So we can skip that and talk with customer like on what really matters. So the data that they want to show to the customer and what kind of behavior the AI will show.
Whoa. I'm wondering if you heard that massive thunderstorm outside. Okay, this sounds really good. The way I see it, like when you're talking, I would say that we're talking about versatility here, because it's a very versatile solution, and it's the best of both worlds. So you have speed and you have control.
Exactly. And you have trust at the end because it's tailor-made. So we tested all of the cases that are the most important to you, and we have that in code, living in code. The tests. So it's different.
Thank you so much, Patrick.
Thank you.
We've just spent 30 minutes together. If there are any questions in the chat, we didn't really look at the chat. Apologies for that. But Patrick, I'm sure you're going to get back to people after the actual live. Do you think we're going to do more webinars on Chat Guru?
I believe so. So let's see in the future.
Fantastic. Have a beautiful day, and thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.